There are power players in Hollywood, and then there was Harvey Weinstein, the man who didn't just play the game, he rewrote the rules. For decades, he was the kingmaker, the gatekeeper, the godfather of cinema. He could make your career or destroy it with a single phone call. To the outside world, Harvey was a visionary. To those who knew the truth, he was a predator hiding in plain sight. Harvey wasn't born into this glittering world. He came from Queens, New York, a working-class upbringing. His parents, Miriam and Max, lived modest lives. But Harvey wanted more. Power, prestige, immortality. And he was willing to build an empire brick by brick, no matter the cost. In 1979, alongside his brother Bob, Harvey founded a little company called Miramax. At first, it was a passion project, a way to bring foreign and art house films to American screens. But Harvey was never satisfied with small victories. He wanted to conquer Hollywood itself. And in the 1990s, that's exactly what he did. Hollywood was a fortress dominated by studios with bottomless budgets and global distribution networks. Independent cinema? It was an afterthought. But Harvey saw an opening. He gambled on stories that the big studios ignored. Gritty, provocative, unpolished, sex, lies, and videotape, pulp fiction, the crying game. These weren't just movies, they were declarations of war. Harvey made independent films sexy, edgy. And then came the Oscars. Harvey didn't just want to make good movies, he wanted to dominate the award circuit. And he did. His campaigns were legendary, innovative, relentless, sometimes brutal. He sent screeners to every Academy member, hosted lavish parties, courted journalists, and played politics with surgical precision. The English Patient, Shakespeare in Love, Chicago. Film after film climbed to Oscar glory under Harvey's iron grip. He wasn't just a producer anymore, he was a king. Actors kissed his ring, directors begged for his blessing, magazines called him God, and Harvey, he believed it. The more power he had, the more dangerous he became. Behind the champagne toasts and red carpets, the darkness grew. Whispers spread, rumors about Harvey's temper, his bullying, his appetite. Hotel meetings that weren't really about scripts. Assistants who quit suddenly. Actresses who disappeared from headlines after saying no. The stories didn't make the trades because Harvey controlled the trades. He controlled everything. If you crossed him, you didn't just lose a role, you were blacklisted. Careers died in silence. For decades, Harvey hid behind Hollywood's complicity. The industry knew. Agents knew. Executives knew. They joked about it at parties, whispered about it in bathrooms, but no one dared to stop him. Because Harvey wasn't just a man, he was a system. Then came 2017, the year everything unraveled. It started like a tremor, a New York Times expose, a few women speaking in cautious tones. But then the floodgates burst. The New Yorker piled on. Actress after actress stepped forward. Assistants, models, journalists. The stories were horrific and eerily similar, luring women to hotel suites under the guise of business, blocking the door, demanding massages, forcing himself on them. Decades of abuse laid bare in black and white. The industry gasped. The world gasped. But Harvey? He denied everything. Called it consensual. Called it lies. But the evidence mounted. Non-disclosure agreements, payoffs, a private intelligence firm hired to track and intimidate victims, the kind of stuff that sounded like a thriller script, except it was real. And then came the tidal wave, #MeToo, 3 words that changed everything. Voices that had been silenced for years roared in unison. The hashtag became a movement, a reckoning. Titans fell, careers crumbled, the system shook. And at the center of it all, the face of the scandal, was Harvey Weinstein. The empire collapsed overnight, his name stripped from credits, his company dissolved, his allies fled. Once a king among stars, Harvey was now radioactive. His mugshot replaced magazine covers. His Oscars gathered dust while his victims found their voices. And then, justice, at least some version of it. Harvey Weinstein was convicted of rape and sexual assault in New York, sentenced to 23 years behind bars, additional charges in Los Angeles. A man who once ruled Hollywood now shuffling into court in a wheelchair, pale and broken, claiming ill health. But sympathy? None. His story is not redemption. It's not even tragedy. It's a warning. A tale of what happens when power goes unchecked, when silence becomes currency, when fear becomes law. For decades, Harvey Weinstein thought he was untouchable. He learned the hardest truth of all: no one stays untouchable forever. Today, Harvey Weinstein sits in a cell, forgotten by the stars he once owned. Erased from the industry he once ruled. His name, no longer gold, is a stain. And maybe, just maybe, That stain will remind the world of a simple truth. No amount of power, no number of Oscars can bury the truth forever. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos.